I don't know who told you fish and spaghetti was not a meal, but they lied to you. I'm really, really too nice. And every time I make it, I'm going to bust it down. So first what we're going to do is we're going to cut up an onion. And when you cut your peppers up, make sure they small. Y'all be having these big peppers in the spaghetti, immediately know. So I got my cast iron skillet nice and hot. I'm going to throw them onions in there. Then I'm going to hit it with the peppers. Now I just want to cook my onions and my peppers for like 5 minutes, right? Now I'm going to go in with that ground beef and you want to just mix everything up. I don't really season my ground beef until it gets a little bit done. So now I'm going to hit it with some pink Himalayan salt, slide in with that white pepper. Then I'm going to hit it with some Italian seasoning, a little bit of onion powder. Then you already know what I'm going to say. I'm going to come in with that garlic powder. I'm really, really too nice. Stop playing me for real. Now I'm just going to mix that up and I'm going to let this cook down for about 10 more minutes. I don't like to see the onions and the peppers in there. I just want that taste. That's all you want is the taste. Y'all be having them big peppers that taste like a whole stuffed bell pepper. Nah, we don't want that, right? And please, y'all, like, technically you don't got to use tomato sauce from scratch. You do not got to do that. When I grew up, my mother was not making it from scratch. Like, John, only thing you got to do is just put it in there. Now you're going to stir it up. And then you want to add your own seasonings in there so it tastes like you made it yourself. That's it. Like, y'all make everything hard. Spaghetti's supposed to be easy. Like, come on now. Now I'm about to go in with the same seasonings that I used to season my ground beef with. Now I'm going to use that. And yes, of course, sugar does go into spaghetti. Yes, it does. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this simmer for about 10 minutes with a bay leaf in there. And I don't know, like, I'll boil my noodles a little funny. I just throw it in there, no oil, no nothing, because I'm a gremlin. Stop playing me for real. Now I got this Jiffy corn muffin mix. If you know, Jiffy is top tier, but I do like something a little different. I for sure follow the back of the box, but like I messed up right here. I was trying to crack it all fancy for the camera, but as you can see, mad eggshells were dropping. I'm like, nah, wait, hold on, I'm tweaking. So I had to get that all right, but like I follow the back of the box, but I like to add like a little bit of extra ingredients to just bring up that oomph. Cornbread's supposed to be fired, not dry and all that, right? So I got my egg in there. Now this pie is older than me, but I melted some butter, added that butter in there, hit it with a little bit of vanilla extract. Now I'm going whisk till my hand hurt. You got to whisk it. Make sure it's like a little thick. Now you're going to get you a little muffin pan, spray it with some Baker's Joy. Baker's Joy is top tier. If you don't got that, you got to get that. Now I'm going to even it out, shake it up on the counter. I'm going to pop it in the oven. Now for the rest, snap it, right? Washed it off, make sure it was dry. Took out some of the bones because I hate bones in fish. I'll be about to choke, and you don't want to choke with no fish bone because these bones is big. Hit it with some mustard. That right there is a secret ingredient. You're not going to taste it, right? So use your clean hands. Like I said, use your clean hands. Mix it up a little bit. Now we're going to add a little bit of hot sauce. This fish fry right here, top tier. You don't got to add no seasonings or nothing like that. So to coat your fish really well so it won't break off in the fryer, when it's frying, you want to make sure you pat it down and make sure it's on there, right? Get your grease nice and hot. If your grease is not hot, your fish is not going to fry. You want it to be hot. So I just take some time. I just like move it around a little bit to make sure that first side is definitely fried nice and crispy before I even flip it over. You don't want to mess this up. Like, this is a top tier plate. So once your fish is done, after you fry it on both sides, plate that joint up. And look at that. Like, I'm really, really too nice. Nobody ever going to see me. All you boys on IG is really, really my son. And you know I got a better. Stop playing me for real.